Hello Year 12, here's the slides that I showed online on today. It's about testing for alkenes. What we're really trying to do is to see whether an unknown solution is an alkene or an alkane. In other words, has the unknown solution, because they all look much the same, they're all colourless, has it got a CC double bond or hasn't it? Now, so both alkanes and alkenes have similar physical properties. Alkenes are what we call unsaturated hydrocarbons. They have at least one CC double bond. Well, actually, alkenes have one. Alkanes have just single bonds between carbons. And the CC double bond makes them more reactive. And so if we can use the reaction with bromine, let's just see if this works. So what's happened here is that bromine water, which is orangey colour, has been added to an alkene, and then they're stirring it. And you see how it goes colourless very quickly. That makes it really easy to tell the difference between alkanes and alkenes. So that's the alkene. Let's have a look at the alkane. Well, let's have a look at the reaction first. So we've got a colour change from orange to colourless. The reaction in this case is hexene, hex-1ene. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 carbons in a row. And it's on the carbon, the double bond is number 1 carbon. So there's the reaction. Bromine aqueous means bromine water, and you get the 2 bromines added to make a dibromomhexane. Now if you do the same thing with an alkane, this is what happens. Stir it. Notice how the bromine actually moves up into the top layer. That's just not a reaction, that's just dissolving. It dissolves better in the alkane than it does in the water. So the alkane starts looking orange. But the main thing is that the colour is still there, the orange colour is still there. So basically the colour remains. And that is a quick way to tell the difference between an alkene and an alkane. Now you might remember when we were talking about substitution reactions that we said that actually alkanes can react with bromine in the presence of light. That's true, but it's a very, very slow reaction, so we don't see that when we're doing a quick test like this. Okay. You can also test for an alkene or alkane using potassium permanganate solution. Potassium permanganate reacts readily with the CC double bond, whereas it doesn't react with the CC single bond. So you can use that to distinguish between the two. In this case, what happens is that if you're testing an alkene, you'll find that you get a brown, murky precipitate in the test tube. So what happens is that the permanganate produces a solid, actually, called manganese dioxide. That's the brown colour. The main thing is that, though, is that it reacts quickly. Okay, so the reaction is in this case, if you're interested in that, it's an addition reaction. You might remember this one. You get the diol. You get 2 OH groups on what used to be the CC double bond. Now, if you do the same experiment with an alkane, you get nothing happening. It just stays the same. You shake it, nothing happens. Okay.